This looks so bad. All right. There we go. And I'll be having to look over here, but
I gotta look over there anyway. Welcome everyone to Haven of Horror. As always, I'm Subject, and I have a special guest, Abe Lincoln, today. Uh,
yeah, I look just like Abraham Lincoln.
yeah. You have a hat on. It's the same thing.
yeah, not the. Yeah, you're right.
So we're doing this on our own to fit this in with our Decade of Horror Vampire Edition. This is the 2010s. At some point, me and Hayden do have a couple of ideas for the 2000s as well. So we'll come back and do those. We're not doing these in any order. It's just as we can get them done. Because we started so damn late. Hayden, why did you pick this?
So I wanted to pick either 2010s or 2000s, and I wanted to pick something that nobody else was gonna pick, and that is dumb. So I chose Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. And then also as a kid, I had a brief period where I was really into Abe Lincoln history. I had like a collection of Abraham Lincoln books. At one point, I had the Gettysburg Address on my wall as a child.
Nerd.
Thrilling.
No, I remember when this came out, I wanted to see it, and I read the book. And then I legitimately forgot this came out until you mentioned it for when we were putting this list together. I was looking at the cast. This has a couple of like real actors in it.
Who?
This has Mary Elizabeth Winstead and not Cap, the new one. Anthony Mackie, that's his name.
Oh, okay.
Falcon Cap.
Yeah, who does Winstead play?
Mary Lincoln.
Oh, that's weird. It's weird casting.
Is that his wife?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know who Benjamin Walker is. And I know Dominic Cooper. He looks familiar, but I can't place him.
I'm pretty sure that's Howard Stark, but I might be wrong.
You might be right.
Dominic Cooper?
Yes, I'm pretty sure you're right because that is Preacher.
Oh, okay. I have never seen that show.
I started like season 1 and I couldn't get into it personally.
And I haven't read the book either, but
yeah.
But I don't know how to read, so
that's true.
I should read this book because I have it. I just haven't touched it.
Yeah, I haven't read this in a long time.
All right, I am ready when you are.
All right, everybody get to timestamp 0, get past all of your menus, and all that good stuff in 3, 2, 1, play. Not only an hour 45. That's not bad.
No, it's not. If a movie like this is over 2 hours, you have an issue.
My golden rule for movies in general is 90. If I see your runtime is over 90 minutes and I haven't seen it before, you have to win me over on that. It needs to be that runtime.
Yeah. If a movie called Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter is 2.5 hours long, that's unacceptable.
Your name will be Abraham, for I have made you a father of many nations. I wonder if that's a real Bible quote.
I assume it is.
I haven't read the Bible in a long ass time. And we talked about this off camera, but this was a kind of a fad for a minute, kind of taking historical works or people and putting them in alternate history settings, like this Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. I kind of wish we kept doing that.
Yeah, and that's the same author who did that in this. Um, I don't know any other ones that he's done, but
Well, and it's funny because we always talk about how you're not interested in Doctor Who. This is a lot of Doctor Who episodes. Is we go to some place in history, you meet a famous figure, and there's monsters.
okay, that does sound kind of fun. What about the Legends of Tomorrow episode with George Lucas?
I mean, that is peak.
Or the one with Obama?
That has Grodd. Like, you can't go wrong with Grodd.
Have you seen, I love that clip. That's one of my favorite, like, out of context clips. Is Grodd breaking into the dorm room and he's like, Barack Obama.
No, I really liked season 2 of that show. It's just a turn your brain off show, but I hit a limit at a certain point.
And I watched part of season 1 and couldn't get into it. He's freaking out.
I think the moral of the story is kids suck.
Well, that's just correct.
I will say the last movie I did for this series was the 1979 Nosferatu. This is lit better.
That does not shock me.
Well, and I'm kind of glad that we're watching this now because I've seen Sinners, which is also kind of doing what this is doing, just in a different period.
And more serious than this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I assume is this supposed to be more of a goofy movie?
I've heard that it's like it's something where it's goofy as a concept and it's played straight and that's why it's funny.
Okay. Because that's what I'd want. I don't want an MC like, well, that just happened.
No, I just it's just inherently funny that this movie with this title is serious.
Yeah. Great poster though. Him in the chair.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Wow, we're actually like putting effort into like cinematography and
Who directed this?
your mom.
Oh. That's impressive.
I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this. But he did Wanted. Oh no.
What?
His newest movie is War of the Worlds.
Oh no. Excellent.
Oh wait, what? Oh, wait. No, he just produced War of the Worlds.
Okay.
That was worded weird. Oh, he made that Ben-Hur remake.
Huh.
And Wanted. I think those are the only two movies on this list I've heard of.
And he produced Unfriended.
Which I've heard is terrible.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
I think that's one of those early social media movies where it's just all the characters like on a video call.
Okay. He really hasn't directed that much.
Yeah. Probably because he picks movies like this, which while I love exists, I think this was a bomb.
Probably. I wish I saw it, but I didn't.
Same year as Avengers, which is crazy to me.
Oh, okay, it's 2012. You put 2010 in the.
Ah, shit. For some reason, I thought it was.
It. I don't know if this makes any sense. It feels more like a 2010 movie than a 2012 movie.
No, I can see that.
Don't become president, boy. Nobody wants that.
I don't think you can say that. Well, and what's funny too is it feels weird to say. I don't know if you could make this now.
You could with historical, like, I don't know. I don't know what the cutoff is. Yep, there's Howard Stark. Like, you're not gonna make Barack Obama vampire hunter, but you should.
Yeah.
That'd be incredible. But
Well, isn't there an Eisenhower werewolf hunter movie?
I have no idea. That's a weird choice.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah. Can't find anything.
Oh, sorry, it's FDR American Badass,
Oh,
which features a werewolf fighting Franklin D. Roosevelt.
that's incredible.
Same year as this.
Huh. I want a Teddy Roosevelt fighting something.
Oh, and that also has Abe Lincoln in it, played by Kevin Sorbo.
Oh no. Oh,
It was weirdly anticlimactic for how much they built up that shot.
yeah.
I like the shot of like the gunpowder floating around him.
The shot of the ball in the eye is kind of cool.
Yeah. God, guns from that period sucked.
Well, correct. You ever seen you ever heard of like how Civil War battles were fought?
I've played. Not Civil. Wasn't Civil War. I was gonna say I played Assassin's Creed 3, but that's Revolutionary War.
Yeah. I mean, the technology wasn't that much better. It was a little better, but
Oh, I don't like that.
I, I don't like it.
I. Why is it in these action movies we have to make vampires look like CGI messes?
Yeah, that is a problem.
What the fuck?
That's peak.
That's
That's
incredible.
that's fantastic.
I didn't know the Hulk was in this.
I've seen complaints about this movie that until he looks more like Abe Lincoln, you kind of forget that's who you're looking at.
Yeah. I never have that because I know I'm watching a movie called Abe Lincoln. So I'm like, oh, this must be Abe Lincoln.
That's disgusting. Movie, don't do that.
I'm wondering if this will include his cancellation of from life.
Well, it started with that. The date at the beginning said April 14th, 1865,
Oh, okay, I missed that.
which is
You're full of shit.
4 score and 7 years ago. I had to witness that shit.
Okay, there. I don't know if I should complain about this because I think it makes the movie easier to watch. This is very modern dialogue.
Yeah, it is, but I feel like we'd also be complaining if it wasn't.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, do I want to complain about this? Why are you still clutching that candle? Okay, so it seems like the idea is he watched like the vampires killed his at least his mom, so now he's hunting them.
Yeah, that's real. That's what happened in real life.
I figured. Oh, he didn't know. Okay, that's interesting. So it's more of just I recognize you. You were there. I like that we're just getting this out of the way so that the whole movie isn't about like vengeance is bad,
Yeah,
which is a story I like. But I'm in the middle of Ghost of Yotei, which is also just a vengeance story.
the 7 barrel shotgun.
This might be biased because it was my dad's name, but I always thought Abe was a cool name.
Yeah, oh no.
So back to your thing just a second ago, where you're like, you've heard people complain that they forget it's Abe Lincoln. If they did, they weren't paying attention to the dialogue because they keep saying his name.
That's true. And I mean, this is just like there is a lot of like literature where Abe Lincoln is wearing that exact outfit
Mm-hmm.
for this time period. So that's pretty good, like attention to detail before he looks like what he's most famous looking like.
Oh, interesting. I'm getting a lot of Batman Begins in this.
That's incredible.
Yeah. No, we are up front with this is not based on reality.
Does this count as a superhero movie?
I honestly, just from the title, I think so. It's no different than Buffy, and I'd argue Buffy is a superhero.
Yeah.
This is literally Batman Begins, but with vampires and Abe Lincoln.
So it's better than Batman Begins.
This might be peak.
Oh, it is. I think this is a show somebody else later movie.
Oh, that was cool.
Of course it's peak. Look at this montage.
That was cut footage of him preparing for his role in the next Shining remake.
This might be the best movie ever made. What is that?
That was an incredible transition. Vampires can render themselves invisible in this?
Yeah,
Weird.
they said that a little bit ago. Oh,
I do appreciate that. That is old school vampire lore that Silver hurts them. I don't know about that
yeah.
whole reasoning, but we never do that anymore. Silver just kind of got pushed over to werewolves.
Yeah, that's what I always think of it as. Well, then in like the Dracula book, Dracula just gets killed by normal knives.
Yeah.
Oh no. No. Wait a minute. That guy looks familiar. I gotta see him again. It might be
I love that guy running out of the city screaming, "I will get you!"
is it Jimmy Smits? Oh, Joshua Speed?
What?
That's cool. Joshua Speed was Lincoln's bodyguard
Oh.
and best friend, pretty much. Or no, not bodyguard. That's sorry. That's something else. He He's basically Abe Lincoln's best friend.
Oh,
And then there's rumors, other stuff, but you know.
of course.
Yeah, that's Jimmy Smits. I'm 90% sure.
Jimmy Simpson.
Simpson, not Smits. Jimmy Smits is Bail Organa. Jimmy Simpson.
Yeah. Oh, he's in
Okay.
Zodiac.
Yeah, he's the guy who survived and then points
He's
out
the
who it
guy.
was. No, that's Elijah Wood.
He's also in that god awful Infinite Earths trilogy.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. It won't tell me
I
his
know him.
who.
And then I know him most from Zodiac.
Yeah. Oh, that is. I didn't even recognize
Yeah.
it for a second.
Alan Tudyk.
Man,
I know he was in this.
this movie has a killer cast. I didn't even see him
Oh
on the
my
cast
god,
list.
Alan Tudyk is Stephen Douglas.
Do we like that or?
That's just funny.
I think I know where I recognize him most from. That actor. Yes, he is the nerdy guy on Psych,
Oh, okay.
or at least in the Psych movies. I don't remember if he's in the show or not. It's been a minute. I really wish Elizabeth Winstead had Mary Elizabeth Winstead had done more just horror. I don't feel like she's done much in a while.
No, the last thing I saw her in was the Ahsoka show.
I watched that action movie that she did for Netflix and it was alright. Kate, I think.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
It was another we have our own John Wick.
We have John Wick at home.
Yeah, that's a nobody movie.
No, Lincoln and Stephen Douglas were political opponents who did a bunch of debates in Illinois. That's one of those where I don't know if that's like a thing everyone learns or that's an Illinois fact. I'm sure. I mean, I'm just. Oh God,
What was that editing?
it's awesome. Is what it is. I don't know if that's on purpose, but I hate it.
What?
The rope kind of looking like the beard.
Oh yeah. No, that's got to be on purpose. This would make an excellent TV show.
See, my TV show would be where every president is a vampire hunter.
Well, what you could do is you could do like an anthology where
Yeah.
you do like a season with each president. And you can do something really interesting with it, like going all the way back to Washington.
That was peak.
No, there's some creative action in this. Some of the shots aren't. It's a little too jumpy.
Well, yeah, that's 2012 editing, though.
Yeah. But it doesn't look like CGI blood, though.
No, I think some of it is from like.
That's a great shot. Oh, get it? Because it's his hat.
Get it? Noble state of Illinois. I feel like I've seen this actor somewhere else.
The guy that's playing Abe.
Yeah.
I'll check. It is kind of surprising to me that this is a novel. Because this feels like a comic book premise.
Yeah, it does.
He's in your favorite show, uh, The Rings of Power.
Oh, I mean, I've never seen that, so I don't.
He was also on Jessica Jones's Eric Geldon.
Huh.
Mindwave.
That sounds like a transformer.
Oh, he was in season 3. I didn't watch that one.
Pocket sand.
Oh, he was married to Kaya Scledario, or however you pronounce it, for a long time.
That was really stupid.
I'm loving these nighttime shots, though.
Yeah, they're good.
And I can actually see what's happening. One of the favorite things to complain about with modern horror movies on this channel is how everything is not lit properly, so you can't fucking see anything.
That is true.
This
is nuts.
This is amazing. This is gonna go well. Wait, is she just gonna believe him? No.
I doubt it.
No, she's messing with him. For like a second there, I was hopeful we were just gonna, not do this.
That would be incredible. She's like, me too, and then
Oh, get it? She thought he was an honest man.
that's
What? What is that hat made of?
not how hats work.
Hayden, you should try that sometime.
Standing on my hat.
Yeah, gain a couple
No.
inches. She's also not that much shorter than him.
No. You had to be eye level.
Okay, I appreciate that she's not making fun of him. Even if she doesn't believe him, she's humoring him.
Oh no.
I don't like that. What? Don't do that.
Don't do that.
You can't do that.
Stop it.
Get some help. Okay, who is this?
I don't know.
Your Abe Lincoln knowledge has failed us,
I don't know that much.
but he's your like hero.
No, that's Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh, oh, it is so weird to see Anthony Mackie without any facial hair.
Yeah, it is strange.
Well,
For the Lord makes so many of them. I just thank God he was there.
But I won't always be there. What if something was going on, something terrible? And you knew there was no way on earth that one man could stop it. What would you do?
I wouldn't back away from what's right. I wouldn't back away from what's right just because it's hard. My father used to say, plant your feet and stand firm. He had no questions.
I like that little exchange.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is just an Abe Lincoln thing or this actor thing, but without the beard, he doesn't have like a presence. He's just kind of there.
That is a Abe. So in real life, Abe Lincoln only grew the beard because he got a letter in the mail from a girl who was like, "You'd look better with a beard."
You know, I
And
think I remember that.
he's like, "You know what? You're right."
It's Tony Stark. Or no, Howard Stark.
It's Tony Stark.
He built this in a cave.
Abraham Lincoln built this in a cave
With vampires. What are you wearing?
Ooh.
Howard Stark. What are those glasses supposed to be?
He put those on, and they're like complete sun blockers.
Relatable, honestly.
Yeah, you are agoraphobic.
Oh. Probably.
I was gonna make a reference, but I have no idea if you'd get it, so I won't. Oh my god.
This movie just escalates from like 0 to 100 in a snap of a finger.
This is the most 2012 film I've ever seen.
Yeah. I kind of love it.
I hope there are people that saw this and not Avengers.
I'm sure there are.
They're like, nah, I don't need Avengers. What I need is
Dude, this is like. I feel like I'm watching the stampede scene from The Lion King, and Mufasa's about to get trampled on.
Yeah, this movie's nuts. I'm kind of a big fan.
Yeah.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Oh no. That's awesome.
You know, I have to say, I have to give it this. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
No, I definitely haven't. This is ridiculous.
How did this not become like an instant smash hit? This is amazing.
This is incredible.
They're running on horse top.
This is the greatest action scene ever put to film.
I wonder if this is in the book.
I don't know. I might have to read the book.
Dear God.
This is nuts.
What? That's incredible.
That's awesome.
His axe is a gun. Dude, this is some Bloodborne shit.
Oh, that's good.
You should give that game a shot. It's hard as shit, but it's one of the best, just like gothic cosmic horror games of all time.
Bloodborne.
Yeah.
All right.
You like Dark Souls?
No.
Oh. It's Dark
Oh,
Souls,
no.
but gothic horror. Wait, is that Howard Stark?
Yeah.
Is he a vampire?
Yeah, he's been a vampire the whole time.
That explains the beginning. I don't know how I missed
You're a
that.
You're a genius.
Wait a minute. No, because Abraham didn't know either.
Oh, okay. Well, I knew that, but
What do I need to know? What? That you were a vampire?
So, do you think they just made it too obvious, or did you know that going in?
I knew it going in. I guess I
Okay.
just forgot that it wasn't in the movie.
Okay. It is insane so long after the Matrix and we're still doing Matrix shots.
Yeah, I mean, 2012 is late to be doing that.
Wait a minute, I know that guy too.
I don't think I do.
Yours, Henry? Doctor. Vampires cannot kill their own kind. Only the living can kill the dead.
Weird.
The only other thing I've seen him in is Amazing Grace, but that was years ago.
I don't even know what that is.
That was a 2006 biopic. It stars the Mr. Fantastic from the Tim Story movies.
Oh, okay.
It's about the abolitionist campaign against the slave trade in the British Empire, led by William Wilberforce. I haven't seen it in like 20 years, but
Didn't know it existed. You're right. These nighttime shots are really good.
I feel like she's gonna find out soon that he wasn't like lying.
Really must know. You make me the happiest of men.
Kissing before marriage in the 1800s?
Not very honest of him.
No.
That was a quick engagement. Lasted all of 3 seconds.
It's the 1800s. Everyone died when they were 30, so you got to do things fast.
Especially Abraham Lincoln.
I mean, they had like 6 kids or something, and only one of them lived. So
Damn. That's unfortunate.
I think it was 4, but I could be wrong.
Okay. I know the North was more tolerant than the South. Would a black guy just be able to wander around a wedding at this time?
It's his wedding, so I don't know. Probably just depends on the wedding.
Okay.
I should have more to say. I just don't at this point.
No, this is weird in that it's an origin story, but I feel like we're out of the origin story, but we're also not. I feel like everything's kind of come to a standstill.
Yeah, we're an hour in.
Yeah. Like I would think at an hour in, he's running for president or
Yeah, that's what I would think. Oh, good.
They deserve to know the truth for them.
And I guess it's just visual, but like he's a lawyer there, and they didn't draw much attention to that.
I feel like the only mention we've got about that is that what he's like, I'm studying for law.
Yeah, and then his plaque there said Abraham Lincoln, attorney at law. That
This is
shot
why
was
we
good.
don't have an ozone layer.
You don't need that.
Well, we were saying, that this should be under, 90 minutes. I Now I'm wondering if I'm right about that because I feel like there's scenes missing.
Maybe. It's an hour 40, right?
Yeah. Please let this get as peak as that horse chase.
I don't know if we're ever gonna get that peak again.
Oh my god.
Not quite as peak as the horse chase, but it's all right. All the spinning of the axe is really unnecessary.
It do be cool though. Well, and the guy that's like the main villain in this, it's kind of funny that he's in this because he's in a lot of like period dramas and like high art stuff.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, like he was on. Well, I say that, then I also see that he was in Gods of Egypt.
That's a prestige drama.
Yeah. But like he's filming a Pride and Prejudice movie
Hmm.
because we have to keep making that. Or I'm sorry, a Pride and Prejudice television show.
Have they adapted Pride and Prejudice and Zombies?
Yes, that's got Matt Smith.
Oh, okay.
I've seen it, but I don't remember anything about it. Oh, that's cool.
Northern Lions may lie, and actual African develop time to your age. May I share one of the revelations of my 5,000? They're all slaves to something. I to eternity. You your convictions, others to the color of their skin. All I ever wanted was to see my kind granted their rightful place. But there are those like your friend Henry who enjoy living in the dark. As you're doubtless aware, I cannot personally destroy you, nor I. You strike. You could eliminate those last pockets of resistance, maybe with Henry Sturgis himself. Or break your chains. Kill your master. Maybe go on your merry way. After making one of us, spoon feeding your friend. Now, the book. Oh no, Mr. Price. No, they have for you. Take your time, side five. Take your time, side five. One.
Peak time.
What the fuck?
I don't know. It's pretty good.
That wasn't bad.
Yeah, I feel bad that I don't have that much to say at this part. It's just
Yeah.
going along, but I don't want to give the people dead air.
You're just chugging along. Oh, that's a nice shot.
Oh, of the rivers.
Yeah. Give me a little Lion King vibe. Yeah, oh. This was a box office disaster. So this was made from anywhere to 69 to 99 million. It only made 116 million.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
I think it
Oh,
doesn't help that it discussed some negative reviews.
I don't know why. Something about having Harriet Tubman in this is weird.
You think so?
I don't like it. I don't know. It just feels weirder than like Abraham. The Abraham Lincoln part seems like a meme, and then when you bring in like
But I suggest you get back there as fast. Suggest you get back there as fast as you can. There's a war coming. War for the soul of the country. Yeah, colors of blood. Gonna be all colors of blood still.
Yeah, like this is trying to do something about equality and
yeah,
but maybe it's just because my first time watching it. I'm not seeing how the two things connect. It feels like the vampire stuff is clashing with the civil rights stuff.
yeah, I definitely see that. And yeah, I was talking about the Lincoln Douglas debates. That's this.
Because I guess you could say the vampire sees their kind as slaves. But I don't know if that works when you're a bunch of murderers.
Yeah,
It could be interesting if vampires were on the verge of going extinct because they can't really hunt or like they don't have a good food source, so they have an argument that they are oppressed that way, and you could compare it to the civil rights movement going on. Maybe.
I don't know. I feel like that'd be a little. I don't know. I just don't. Here we go.
He's evolved into his final form.
He's fully formed. I love that. That's like an epic shot.
What do you think? How would you tie these elements together with what's here?
Honestly, I don't know. My first thought is to don't.
Oh, we got some Civil War footage.
Footage.
Yeah, this is the footage of Civil War. That's how it actually happened.
Yeah. They really just glance over him becoming president.
Yeah. I didn't even realize he was supposed to be 50 at this point.
The aging makeup is iffy.
Yeah. I will take it over some CGI slapped on the face, though.
That is true.
They didn't even try with her.
No, or Anthony Mackie.
Well, at least with Anthony Mackie, they gave him glasses.
And his hair is kind of gray-ish.
Yeah. That feels like a huge time skip for this late in the movie.
Yeah, it does. The CGI like establishing shots in this movie are iffy.
Yeah. So, okay. Let's break this down for a second. The vampire tries to blackmail Abe Lincoln. They escape. And then they just don't hear from the vampire for like 2 decades?
Yeah, and he's president. Oh no.
Oh.
That's a weird choice historically.
What do you mean?
So remember how I said they had like 3 kids and none of them lived except one?
Yeah.
This is not one of them.
Oh. Oh. When you said that, I kind of wondered if that's what we were gonna do.
I feel like that's a weird thing to.
That's that balance you right with doing something like this, right? You
Yeah.
have to tie in some of his major events into this, but
I mean, and it's something that happened 200 years ago. Like it's not that big of a deal.
yeah,
But
he's freaking out.
I mean, I'd also be freaking out.
Okay, you know what? I like it. You know why? it's come full circle. This is the way his mom died.
Yeah.
So I think at the beginning we've set up enough of this is not going to be accurate.
Well, yeah. As the narrative of the film, it works.
Yeah. This does kind of make me want to watch that Spielberg movie.
Double feature.
Yes.
We should do it. We should do that off camera.
Because that's Daniel Day-Lewis, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've heard he's an incredible actor.
Yeah, he is. He's good in things. I haven't seen him in much.
The only thing I've seen him in was The Last of the Mohicans, but my aunt made me watch it when I was like 8, and I thought it was the most boringest thing to ever exist.
Boringest?
Yeah.
The most boringest one. I've seen him in Gangs of New York.
I haven't seen that.
Paul Dano's also in that.
I don't know. Have you seen Prisoners?
No.
Paul Dano's great in that. That's probably my favorite Villeneuve movie. I mean, his Dune movies are alright, but
I lied to you completely. He's not in Gangs of New York. I was thinking of There Will Be Blood.
I do want to see that. The only thing I know about that movie is him screaming, "I've abandoned my boy!"
Yeah, that's also Daniel Day-Lewis, so that's why I got confused.
Yeah. Oh, now they put a little bit of aging makeup on her, but it just looks like her. It looks like her, like. It looks like the part of her mouth here is just sinking in with that makeup that they've got on her.
Yeah, and he kind of looks like a wax figurine from a distance. You see it?
Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa.
He told the truth.
He told you like first thing and you didn't believe him. What are you talking about? It kind of looks like he's wearing a full face prosthesis.
He might be.
It looks like they're really trying to turn him into what photos of Abe Lincoln look like.
Yeah, which I don't think you need to do. Although the Spielberg movie also kind of did that.
Yeah. That shot of just his face with like the tears coming down was creepy. I don't know, there's something like unnatural about it.
This war has cost us countless lives, not to mention millions of dollars. I thought we were going to make this country great. I'll tear it apart. This is the only way we can save the country.
Okay, that guy has the best of it. They just gave him some facial hair and some wig. That was a Raimi shot.
I want this movie directed by Sam Raimi.
It would be a masterpiece. Have you seen the trailer for his new movie?
No.
Looks great. Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien are like crash land on an island, and she starts going nuts.
Oh. Oh no. The Battle of Gettysburg.
It's CGI. I'm I'm a little surprised, but also not surprised Assassin's Creed never went here.
They still might. I doubt it now, but
Well, did you hear about that canceled one that they had that leaked?
yeah. When was that?
I don't remember when it was
Supposed
supposed
to
to
be
come out. Basically, you were like an escaped slave fighting the beginnings of the KKK.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure Ubisoft would have written that well.
Well, okay. The concept sounds fun, but Confederate vampires.
Yeah. See, I feel like at this point we've lost the plot.
A little bit.
What? Why is his hand glowing?
I don't know. Freaking out.
I want a Civil War zombie movie. That'd be peak.
That'd be nut. That'd be nuts.
Meanwhile, in the dining room from Batman '89.
We just said this movie's Batman Begins.
That's true.
Lincoln Begins. See, now her makeup looks weirder.
Yeah.
Now she looks like a wax figurine. Although
See-
she looks nothing like actual Mary Todd Lincoln.
See, I had that with the last shot. Why are the vampires helping the Confederates? Is it just to fuck with Lincoln?
So they said earlier that vampires use enslaved people as their food supply.
Okay. I hate that response in movies. What does that mean?
All of it. Raid everyone's still. I like that woman.
That's-
Like, no.
That's what we're doing.
I love that woman. Like, stop. Those are my forks.
I just love the idea that in this world, nobody has forks or spoons or anything else after the war.
You had to give them all to the government to turn them into bullets.
It took me like way too long to realize there was something covering her face. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with her face?
What's wrong with your face?
Yeah, I think this movie needed to be longer.
Yeah, there's not that much time left.
So far, would this rank above or below Lincoln for you?
I haven't seen a Lincoln in years.
I think that horse chase scene might put it above it.
Probably. If you put that in the middle of Lincoln, it'd be the best movie ever made.
Just turns into a completely different movie for a second.
That'd be so good. We should have had a sequel to this. That's a different president.
Yeah. I'm just
10
gonna
years ago.
imagine that FDR movie as a sequel.
I want a shared universe of American politics with monsters.
So, when we started this, you said part of what's funny is how serious it's taking this, and I do appreciate that we don't play this for look how goofy it is. But I feel like it can't decide how over the top it wants to be.
No, it keeps flip flopping. It's
Yeah.
It's inconsistent. There were scenes where it's just a biopic,
A biopic.
and then a biopic. I can't
Biopic.
English.
Biopic just sounds like a medical
Biopic.
procedure.
Leave me alone. Biopic. I can't say words.
And my ox.
I need to be the Batman again. I'm the hero America needs.
See, this feels like what should be movie like 2 or 3.
This should have been a trilogy.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Evil dies tonight.
Abraham Lincoln dies tonight.
So that's totally what they're gonna do, though, right? Is a vampire's going to assassinate him?
Yeah, probably. Vampire John Wilkes Booth is going to be insane.
Is that too far for you, or?
No, for some reason that's funny. I don't know what my line is anymore.
This would also make a kick-ass video game.
Oh, I want this as a game so bad. Now
Go-
on the Polar Express.
Ghost of Gettysburg.
Ghost of Gettysburg. That should be the complete. I thought of a joke, but I'll tell you later.
Also, Lincoln hasn't really had an arc in this movie.
Yeah, he did. He became president. That's the arc. He wanted revenge, and now he's just hunting vampires.
Axes frighten me. It's time my enemy shared my dread.
Top hats frighten me, Alfred. Master Lincoln.
Also, if I didn't know anything outside of what you've told me about him in this movie, I'd think he only had that one kid and they killed his only child.
Yeah. He had I'm a bad Lincoln fan apparently because I can't remember how many kids he actually had, but I think 3 or 4. But they only show the one.
Those bastards.
I know he had one named Tad. And
Please
Will
tell
was
me
the
the
one who-
second one was named Pole.
No. Hold on.
Wait a minute. Speed is a traitor? I don't feel like that was set up at all.
No. Yeah, they had 4 kids, and only one of them lived past the age of 18.
Oof.
This is better than any fight scene in Cap 4, so
I mean, you're not wrong.
incredible. See, I think they put the best scene earlier.
Yeah.
The horse.
No, they really peaked there, unfortunately.
Oh, something about him in a full Abe Lincoln mode being a superhero is hilarious. This should have been the DLC for Red Dead 2. Well, the first game did zombies, and I was hoping the second game did something, but they didn't.
That would require Rockstar to do anything but microtransactions in their shitty online modes.
Well,
Nah,
well,
I fucking hate Rockstar. I'm not buying GTA 6.
well. I wish I could say the same, but I'm weak.
You are weak. At least wait for a sale.
Probably, but that's an insane shot.
Dude, this is a video game fight.
this looks like a PS3 cutscene.
Yeah. Okay, we're back at peak a little bit.
Yeah. This movie's slower than you'd think it would be.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I think it's fun, but
I'm enjoying the movie, but I can see things that I would change.
I wouldn't change that.
No.
This is peak.
This is beautiful. Well, you said earlier that this is the most 2012 movie. This feels out of date by 2012.
Yeah, it's like a 2006 movie.
With moderately better effects than 2006.
I saw a video that was like Clash of the Titans, the most 2010s movie of all time,
Yeah.
and that kind of feels like this.
What myth?
What happened to vampires can't hurt each other?
I don't. I don't know. Oh. Dude, This is literally Batman Begins.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, remember the rule earlier where vampires can't hurt each other, and that's why he needed Abe Lincoln to do this?
Yeah.
Now there's two vampires just...
It was a trap. Yeah, no, that is weird. What?
What?
Well, it's for a movie that has been so meticulous, at least in its rules, to just ignore that.
Yeah. This is ridiculous.
Oh, wait a minute. Because that wasn't Howard Stark. That was Speed.
No, Speed,
Oh, he's right there. Never
yeah,
mind.
that's Speed.
Okay. So this is how Speed died in history, right?
Yeah. This all really happened.
Yeah. This is insane.
It's so good.
No, I love this.
We need to show people this movie.
Yeah.
At least the horse fight. I feel like I've been awakened.
There's been an awakening in the Force. Oh my god, this is the most
What?
beautiful thing.
Like they called him Mr. President.
Oh, the makeup looks really bad there. Dude, that is a Mortal Kombat move.
That's awesome. That...
This must have been a bitch to film.
Yeah, I don't... It looks entirely green screen.
You haven't seen them, so you won't agree with me. The guy that did the Pirates trilogy should have made this.
Yeah, I've from what I've seen of those movies, I could see that.
He's really good at the grand adventure blockbuster set piece.
I know I've seen things from him. Hold on.
Have you seen The Ring?
Well, yeah.
That's him.
Okay. I've seen Rango.
I have not seen that. Whoa! That whole valley is fucked.
That's fine. Fire Lord Ozai got to it.
When November's over, I'm going to show you those pirates. Or when October's over, I'm going to show you those pirate movies.
I have all three, or have the first three.
I mean, they're on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I'd rather watch the Blu-rays though. All right.
I'm glad they cast Mary Elizabeth Winstead in a role where she has nothing to do.
Hey, wait a second. That's Pete.
Okay, I take it back. She got one thing to do.
Yeah, the best part.
Nah, the horse was still better.
Yeah, you're right. This movie kind of implies that every Confederate soldier was a vampire, which is... Here we go.
Is that better or worse than in Scooby-Doo Zombie Island, where Velma says, Shaggy, they're the good guys, and it's the Confederate ghosts?
Oh. Well, Velma is has some problems.
I forget. Have you seen that?
No.
Ah. That's our next segment. Just show Hayden horror movies that he hasn't seen.
That doesn't count as a horror movie.
It does. Scooby-Doo is absolutely kids' horror.
All right. Now he looks like a wax figurine.
Remember Government for the People?
No.
Some to Europe, some to South America and the Orient. We've seen that America shall forever be a nation of living men, a nation of free men. We make rather a good team, you and I. One can't help but think of all the good we could do if we had more time. Limitless time. Time waits.
Wait, did he have his other kids after?
Oh no.
Oh no, don't go to the theater! Have you ever read that Stephen King 11/22/63?
No.
I feel like that'd be up your alley. Do you know what that's about?
Yeah, the going back to stop the JFK assassination.
Yeah. I haven't watched that
Yeah.
miniseries. I've heard it's not very good, but the book was quite good.
All right, I'll look into it.
And it's one of his longer books too.
Yeah.
Mm.
He'll be fine.
The first nobility to brutality, soaring speeches to quiet deeds. History remembers the battle and forgets the
880 pages.
However, history
Oof.
it shall only remember a fraction of the truth.
I got really confused for a second. I was like, wait, what?
To go kill a man. So which is it?
It was weird.
Yeah. So let me make sure I'm right about this.
Okay.
Oh god, this end credits music.
Yeah, that's not good. Okay. I kind of appreciate where they cut it off with the Abe Lincoln stuff. Where it's just he's going to this play and you, the viewer, can decide what happened, how he dies.
Yeah.
And I think this movie does enough that for me, because I know what the play is and what's going to happen, I'm still sad at the end of the day that's going to happen because he just overcame this threat.
Yeah, he just is this blood making the US? Is that what
Yes.
the credits are? That's awesome.
But what were you going to say?
So it's not because there was a rumor for a while that the ending was supposed to be Henry meeting Obama, but it's not him.
No.
But that would have been incredible.
But no, you were saying something about the play.
In the book, I haven't read it, but I'm pretty sure in the book John Wilkes Booth is a vampire.
Okay, so in the movie they're more subtle about it.
Yeah. And do you remember how the book ends? Because I've read the synopsis.
No, I haven't read that in like 10, 15 years.
So at the end of the book, like right after Lincoln dies, Henry finds his body and turns him into a vampire.
Oh,
And he's still around. Like turns him into a
that's
vampire, and they keep hunting vampires for the rest of
time.
time. This is also weird and credits music.
It is.
Well, now I own this movie. I can watch it whenever.
That okay, so let me ask you this then. What ending do you prefer?
I prefer him dying like he died. I think.
Yeah. I think I prefer how the movie does it where it's just like you get a line that he's going to a play and if you know you know and you're like, "Oh, like he just beat this terrible evil that's plagued him his entire life and now he's going to die."
Yeah, that's. I think that's a better ending than what the book is.
Yeah.
This movie ending with a Linkin Park song is a choice.
Oh, is that what that is? I just hear the instrumentals.
Yeah, well, when I pause it, it shows a Linkin Park song.
Oh. Okay, this is wild. So Seth Graham Smith wrote this. Do you know what else he wrote on?
No.
He so he has writing credits on the Lego Batman movie. He's a co-screenwriter.
Okay.
He's a producer on the Child's Play remake and both It movies.
All right.
Additional literary material for The Flash, whatever that means. And he has a story credit on Beetlejuice, which is shocking because that movie doesn't have a story.
Well, he's the author of the book, I'm pretty sure.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's the guy that wrote the Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter book. And he's also working on an untitled third Gremlins film and an untitled Star Trek prequel film. Those are things that I don't need, but okay.
That's insane.
Oh, I didn't realize he's in the. His name was Jason documentary from 2009.
Oh, I haven't either.
So
I
it's
don't
really
know if I've seen
weird.
that, because I've seen Crystal Lake Memories, but I don't know if I've seen his name was Jason.
I would have to go back and watch it because I had it on DVD. That one comes out in 2009, and then like just a couple years later they do that Crystal Lake one. Like, I don't know why they did those so.
Yeah, and I've seen the Nightmare on Elm Street one a few times. I can't. I know I've seen the Friday one at least once.
Yeah, the Friday one's like 7 hours.
Yeah, I think I listened to it at work a
Yeah.
long time ago, like at a different job.
Oh, he is. Okay, this guy was also the showrunner, or the original showrunner, for Green Lantern before it changed hands. If you're watching after the fact, please consider hitting that subscribe and like button, and we will see you guys on the next one.